There were words we never spoke out loud. They stay between the lines, like unfinished conversations, frozen in time. I remember how we almost said so many things that night, but silence always came between what felt right. The air was full of something fragile we didn't understand, like holding love too carefully in our hands. I told myself it didn't matter, that silence was enough, but some emotions don't survive unsaid love. It's what we never said that lingers long after we are through, a quiet kind of truth that stays with me and you. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it knows the pain of all the words that never found their way. I walk through days of quiet thinking, replaying what we had, like searching for the missing piece we never grasped. Even memories feel incomplete now, like pages torn apart, where every line was meant to lead to the heart. The world keeps talking in its rhythm, but I hear something else, like echoes of unspoken truth within myself. I thought time would give me answers, but time just lets it fade into the things we didn't say or make. It's what we never said that lingers in every silent tone, a fragile kind of distance I call home. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back again to all the love we kept inside back then. Maybe love is just unfinished sentences in air, things we hold but never show we're there. And maybe I was never ready to speak what I should do, so I keep living in the silence with you. Cause even what is missing has its way. The night becomes a witness to what we couldn't be, a love that lived in silence between you and me. And somewhere in that silence you still remain, a feeling made of everything we didn't explain. It's what we never said that lingers like echoes in the blue, a quiet kind of ending without you. And if the world forgets the reason I I keep trying to reconnect the past, like a phone with broken line, but every call just fades to static over time. The night is full of silent signals. I pretend I understand, but nothing ever comes through clearly in my hand. Your absence feels like interference, and everything I hear, a quiet kind of noise that grows when you're not near. I thought I'd lose the signal, let it finally go, but some connections linger even when they slow. It's a lost signal memory, still flickering in my mind, a voice I almost reach for but never find. And every note the saxophone carries feels like your fading tone, a melody that keeps reminding I'm alone. I walk through days that feel unfinished, like pages torn in half, where every moment used to carry a shared laugh. The world keeps talking all around me, but I hear something else, like echoes of your voice repeating by itself. Even strangers in the distance sound a little like you did, but every time I turn to look, it's just red. I thought distance would erase you like numbers from a screen, but some memories refuse to stay unseen. It's a lost signal memory, still stuck between the noise, a broken kind of silence that destroys. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back again to all the words I lost in static back then. Maybe love is just a signal that never finds its end. It bends through all the silence it can't mend. And maybe I was never ready to hear it fade to black, so I keep searching for a frequency that won't come back. I don't try to fix the static, I let it stay, 'cause even broken signals have something to say. The noise becomes a kind of language only I can feel, a memory that somehow still feels real. And somewhere in the broken silence, you still exist in me, a lost signal I keep chasing endlessly. It's a lost signal memory, still calling out your name, a fading kind of echo without frame. And if the world forgets the the reason I still hold on to you. This lost signal will keep whispering through. I keep your memory without touch now, like something made of glass, too fragile to be carried forward or held too fast. It lingers in the corner softly, where light won't fully stay, a presence I can almost feel, then slips away. The world keeps moving like it should, without a second glance, but I'm still caught inside the echo of what we had. I told myself I'd fade it out, that time would clear my mind, but some memories don't loosen with time. It's a memory without touch now, still breathing in my chest, a quiet kind of longing that won't rest. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it knows your face, a sound that holds what's missing in its place. Of passing moments that never feel complete, like every step is missing something beneath my feet. Even laughter in the distance feels slightly out of tune, like you forgot the way you made a room feel full. The city speaks in endless motion, but I don't hear it right, like everything is half a shade of night. I thought distance would erase you, like writing in the sand, but memory doesn't follow command. It's a memory without touch now, still drifting through my days, a soft and aching silence that stays. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back again to all the love I never finished back then. Maybe love is just a feeling that never leaves the skin, it stays beneath the surface within. And maybe I was never ready to let it turn to dust, so I keep it in this memory I trust. Try to hold it tighter, I let it be, because even fading echoes belong to me. The night becomes a quiet mirror of what I've known. A love that never left me, but grew alone. And somewhere in the distance, you still exist. A memory without touch I can't resist. It's a memory without touch now that never fades away. A gentle kind of presence that stays. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. This memory without touch is true. Still carries traces of a voice that isn't there, like shadows on the ceiling that I still swear. I sit where conversations used to fill the air, but now it's only silence everywhere. The light feels slightly colder than it used to feel before, like something warm and living lives here no more. I tell myself I'm used to it, that time has done its part, but echoes don't dissolve so easily inside the heart. These are empty room echoes calling your name again, soft reminders of a moment that won't end. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it knows my pain, a melody of something that won't remain. I move around in quiet circles, trying not to feel, but even stillness has a way of making things real. The smaller sound becomes a memory I cannot ignore, like footsteps that don't happen anymore. The world outside keeps rushing forward without a backward glance, but I am still caught inside the space of what we had. I thought I'd learn to live with this, like living is a skill, but some absences don't leave you, they stay still. These are empty room echoes that never fade away, just fragments of a yesterday that won't decay. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back to then, to all the love that lingers still within. Maybe love is just a presence that doesn't leave at all. It stays inside the silence after the fall. And maybe I was never ready to hear that final sound, when everything I held so close broke down. fix the silence. I let it stay, 'cause even pain becomes familiar in its own way. The room still feels like waiting for someone to return, but all I have are lessons I never learned. Still somewhere in the fading quiet, I think you're near tonight. Inside these empty echoes without light. These are empty room echoes that never let me go. Soft reminders of a love I used to know. And if the world forgets this feeling, I'll still recall the sound of all the things you never said but left around. You didn't leave with heavy words, no breaking scene, no sound. Just quiet steps that walked away like nothing tied you down. And I stood there pretending calm, like it was all okay. But something in the air that night just slipped away. The lights were still, the world kept moving, like nothing felt the same. But I could hear inside my chest you calling in a fading name. I told myself it's nothing, just another passing phase. But silence has a way of staying for days. You faded out without goodbye, like smoke into the air, leaving only empty spaces where you were there. And every note the saxophone cries feels like it understands a love that slipped right through my hands without demands. I walk through places we once knew, but they don't speak your name. They look the same, they feel the same, but not the same. I try to act like I'm okay now, like nothing cuts too deep. But some memories don't let you go, they don't sleep. The world keeps moving in its rhythm, it never looks behind. But I'm still standing in the moment left behind. I thought that I could let it fade, like fading is control. But some goodbyes don't happen loud, they steal the soul. You faded out without goodbye and left no trace behind, just echoes of a feeling I can't unwind. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back to you, to everything I never said but wanted to. Maybe love doesn't end with closure, it just disappears. hearts don't break in anger, they just rust. Because some stories don't conclude, they leave me. The night still carries what you left in quiet, unseen ways, like something that refuses to erase. And somewhere in the distant static, I still feel you near. A love that never said goodbye, but disappeared. You faded out without goodbye, and I'm still standing here, holding on to nothing, but missing you clear. And if the world forgets our story, I'll still recall the sound of love that left so quietly, without a bound. Broken vinyl keeps on spinning, with a sound that fades and bends, like every word we never finished before it ends. I sit alone in low-lit silence, watching time behave so strange, like even memories start to crack and rearrange. The air still holds your distant presence in a subtle, fading tone, like something warm that used to live here but now is gone. I thought the past would stay behind me, like dust that falls away, but some reflections keep on playing every day. It's a broken vinyl memory, skipping back to you. Every sound a little broken, but still true. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it won't let go, a melody of what we were long ago. Through streets that don't remember what we used to be, but every corner still reflects a piece of me. The world keeps turning like a record that never learns to stop, but I'm still stuck inside the moment it all dropped. Your voice appears in sudden fragments, in places I don't expect, like echoes that refuse to lose their effect. I thought I could just move forward, broken things still echo longer than they last. It's a broken vinyl memory, still spinning in my mind, playing love in incomplete pieces left behind. And every time the music rises, it drags me back to you, to all the things we never fixed or knew. Maybe love is never perfect, it scratches on its way, replaying all the moments that won't decay. Maybe I was never ready for the sound to fade, so I keep it on repeat in what we made. Somewhere in the static feeling, you still appear inside this broken vinyl I keep near. It's a broken vinyl memory that never lets me go, playing love in shattered pieces, soft and slow. Of everything we knew, this broken sound will always play of you. The station lights are growing dimmer as midnight settles in. People come and go like stories that never begin. I sit alone beside the window, watching shadows move, trying to forget the way I still think of you. The city passes in reflections, blurred against the glass, like memories that disappear too fast. I told myself this lonely feeling would fade before too long, but every road I take tonight feels wrong. Home tonight with your memory beside me. Every silent mile keeps pulling you back to me, and every quiet second here feels colder than before, like love stepped off somewhere I can't return anymore. Empty seats feel like reminders of everything we were. fragments of unfinished moments still blurred. Outside the streets keep glowing softly, like nothing ever changed. But inside me every feeling feels rearranged. I close my eyes to rest a little, but sleep won't stay, because your voice keeps finding me anyway. I thought distance would make it easier to leave the past behind, but some hearts never learn to untie. I'm riding the last train home tonight, through silence and blue light, holding on to fading pieces of us tonight. And every passing shadow feels like something I once knew, a quiet kind of loneliness leading back to you. Maybe love is like a station you can't return again, no matter how badly you wish to go back then. And maybe I was never ready to watch us drift apart, so I carry this long ride inside my The train slows down near morning, but I stay in my seat, like part of me still waits for you. Across the street, the sky begins to lose the darkness. The city wakes anew, but nothing feels completely real without you. And somewhere in the fading distance, beyond the morning glow, I hear your memory whisper, soft and low. I'm riding the last train home tonight, though home no longer feels the same. Every road keeps circling back to your name. And if this lonely ride keeps going long after night is through, I'll still be on this last train home, missing you. I keep replaying us in reverse tonight, just to feel you once again, like walking back through every moment before it came to an end. The laughter turns into silence as it slowly fades away, and I can almost hear you closer than yesterday. Every detail comes back clearly, but never stays for long. Like I'm searching for a version of us that's already gone. I know the past can't be rewritten, no matter how I try, but my mind keeps pulling backward every time. It feels like love backward in a blur. And every note this saxophone carries feels like it rewinds the night to the moment before everything lost its light. I walk through scenes we used to share, but they don't stay the same. Each time I reach a happy part, it breaks like flame. Your voice comes in fragments, then slowly slips away, like something I can almost touch but cannot stay. The world keeps moving forward while I move back again, inside a loop of moments that won't end. I thought if I kept remembering, I might understand, but some things only hurt more when you hold them in your hand. It feels like love in reverse now, a story turned around, where every step I take backward is a sound. And every time the music rises, it pulls me through the past to everything I wanted to last. Maybe love was never meant to move against the tide, no matter how many times I try to realign. And maybe I was never ready to watch it fade so slow, so I keep going backward, where I still know. Trying to fix the timeline, I let it be, because even broken memories are part of me. The night becomes a quiet mirror of what I lost before, a love that only moves in reverse once more. And somewhere in that backward motion, you still appear, a version of us that never learned to disappear. It feels like love in reverse now, still pulling me to you, a fading kind of memory I walk through. And if the world forgets the ending, I'll still return inside to love in reverse, where you hide. After you left, the room stayed still, like it forgot to breathe. Even time felt uncertain about what to leave. I didn't hear a breaking sound, no final closing door, just absence sitting everywhere and nothing more. The light looks different on the walls, like it lost its name. and everything I touch now feels not the same. I told myself I'd adjust, that I would be alright, but healing doesn't always come in one night. After you left, I stayed behind with silence as my guide, a quiet kind of emptiness I cannot hide. And every note the saxophone plays feels like it knows my pain, a love that still keeps echoing in my name. I walk through days without direction, just moving through the flow, but every step feels heavier than I know. The world keeps talking like it used to, but I don't hear the same. Like everything is distant now without your name. Even laughter from the distance feels unfamiliar too, like echoes of a version that still had you. I thought I'd learned to function like nothing ever broke, but silence is a language that I spoke. After you left, I stayed behind, inside a fading light, a broken kind of normal every night. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back again to all the love that stayed too long back then. Maybe love doesn't end loudly, it just disappears, leaving shadows of forever through the years. Maybe I was never ready for a goodbye so slow, because slow departures hurt more than I know. Chase it, I let it be, because even empty spaces mean something to me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that never shouted, just refrains. And somewhere in the stillness you still exist, in fragments of a memory I can't resist. After you left, I stayed behind, no answers in the air, just echoes of a love still there. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you, because after you left, I did too. slowly fade away. The world around me keeps on moving, but I'm still tuned to you. Like broken radio, emotions coming through. I try to focus on the present, but the past keeps breaking in, like something I can't switch off from within. I told myself I'd lose the signal, let the frequency die, but some connections never fully say goodbye. It's a fading frequency, love, still humming in my chest, a signal that won't settle down or let me rest. And every note the saxophone carries feels like your distant tone, a melody that keeps on calling me home. I walk through streets of moving strangers, but none of them align with all the versions of your voice inside my mind. The city noise becomes a pattern that almost sounds like you, but every time I reach for it, it cuts right through. Your memory keeps interrupting every thought I try to keep, like something buried in my mind too deep. I thought distance would erase you, like fading is clean sound, but some frequencies just echo all around. It's a fading frequency, love, still looping in my head, a song that never finishes even when it's dead. And every time the music rises, it drags me back again to all the love I couldn't hold back then. Maybe love is just a signal that never really stops. It keeps on traveling endlessly through all the drops. Maybe I was never ready to lose the tone we made, so I keep it on repeat in the shade. Fight the interference, I let it play, because even broken signals find their way. The noise becomes a kind of comfort I can recognize, a fading love still speaking through the skies. And somewhere in the static, you still feel near, a frequency of memory still clear. It's a fading frequency, love, that never leaves my side, a broken kind of signal I can't hide. And if the world forgets the quiet frequency will always call to you. empty mornings where your voice used to stay, like light that slowly disappears at break of day. The bed feels wider than it should now, like it forgot our shape, and every habit that we shared escapes. I don't expect your name to echo in every passing sound, but somehow silence feels like you all around. I told myself it's over, that I've adjusted fine, but some emotions don't erase with time. I'm still loving silence softly, where your presence used to be, a quiet kind of memory inside of me. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it still knows the love that never fully left but slowly goes. I pass through days in steady motion, but nothing feels alive, like something in me didn't learn how to survive. The world keeps speaking in its rhythm, but I hear something else, like fragments of your voice that live by themselves. Even names I hear in passing sound a little like you did, but vanish just as quickly as they hid. I thought I'd stop remembering the way you used to stay, but silence has a habit of replay. I'm still loving silence softly, in places you once stood, a gentle kind of heartbreak that feels misunderstood. And every time the music rises, it brings me back to when I still believed forever back then. Maybe love doesn't vanish, it just changes form, from something warm beside you to a storm. Maybe I was never ready to let it fade to gray, so I keep loving silence every day. Let it stay, because even broken feelings know the way. The night becomes a quiet witness to what I feel, a love that still feels present but not real. And somewhere in the silence you still remain, a soft and fading echo without name. I'm still loving silence softly, where you used to breathe, a memory that never learned to leave. wisdom.